inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Entering settings screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive.
The former MVP in his 12th season leading them out. He's got more rushing touchdowns than any quarterback in NFL history. Cam Newton. And a short pickup to about the 25. And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played, when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football.
And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the Southpaw in his 3rd season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
I love his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger for a touchdown pass.
Had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Tua. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Lions will take over.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he stopped immediately there.
And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Newton now to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it.
Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
They are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is going to have the Lions first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
Now Newton. That one complete. He finds Sharp. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Lions at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
Giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well with their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Newton.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Play action. It's Newton. And this one is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Well, they nearly sprung it that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off play action, Newton. His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there.
He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll get it.
Yards there, nice play. From the red zone now, Newton. Got his tight end, that's complete. That's right. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
The numbers for Hill a week ago. 5 catches, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
These two teams all tied after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're saying right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Badgley's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have the kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 83 yards.
And the Dolphins have regained the lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And last this time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Now Newton. And that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. 2nd and 6.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Complete. This is Mitchell. Touchdown. James Mitchell with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys have now moved out in front. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle, sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense, kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know the good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson to return. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Badgley on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense.
They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Tua going to throw.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
He'll swing this out wide to Gaskin.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there.
He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
They'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Tagovailoa. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Tua to throw again. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll leave that one for Gaskin. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
It's hard to be surprised in the miss there with the way this first half has gone. Here they were hoping to get some sort of momentum to carry them into the locker room, but even this doesn't pan out.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And Sharp calls it in. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Badgley able to punch this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our
message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense.
Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but Hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is...
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 69 yards.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. They'll run with Gaskin.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Miles Gaskin, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Here's Newton. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. On first down, it's Newton. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Here's Swift.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
And Ross St. Brown
From 6 yards away. As his guys were able to push that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And a little quarterback draw option works to perfection for him.
Yeah, it's hard to account for the quarterback in most situations on defense. So successful. Everyone else covered, makes a little fake, runs into the end zone.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Tua sets up to pass it.
That one going to be caught by his running back, Gaskin.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys plays are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. With it is Jackson. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. And he had the touchdown of the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get.
It's caught inside the 25. And in for the Lions touchdown.
CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Miami set to take over. Exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Ready, go!
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
He's going to get this complete to Gaskin. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Finding room at midfield. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Tua. Got a man here. It's Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit.
From the gun, it's Tua.
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency at CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Sanders' kick is good, and that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag, and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
So here are the Lions to take over. They're trying to get back on track. They had the loss last week to the Dallas Cowboys. The good news, they've got the lead right now.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he gets it up past the 35.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good field.
Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 79 yards on the ground here for Swift. And he's got a first down as well. Hands it off out of the gun.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Swift going to try up the middle.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Now a give right side Swift.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
with a second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. To throw on second and 10.
Tua.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Tua. This one finds Wilson downfield. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Going right back to Wilson.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7. 2nd down, Gaskin.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll go. It's Gaskin.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Miles Gaskin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was capped off by a Miles Gaskin touchdown run.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Here's Raymond bringing it out.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start on past the 30.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Wilson's got it complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Down.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Catch made right side by Wilson.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Tua now on first down. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Tua going to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
And this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Finding Gaskin underneath.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it.
But as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete.